What's happening, YouTube? Caliber here to bring you another Abyss video, Abyss 45 this time. Last one was Abyss 35 and 40. I threw them together, guys, because the videos were so short. I just pulverized them a little bit too quickly, I suppose. I didn't think I was going to overpower it that quick, but yeah, this one's a little different. This one's closer to the 10-minute mark, so I figured I'd do this one on its own. So yeah, this fight's I got hung up on this fight. I tried doing it on a Thursday, and I only played this account Monday through Thursday, and I got hung up on it on a Thursday and came back to it on a Monday, and I was able to clear it with just a few upgrades, few runs. I think I made a decision to throw Sid in there. I think that's what it came down to. Yeah, because I'm leveling up Sid right now. Sid's only level 41 in this fight. So yeah, this fight's not too bad. You just gotta be able to like take out these front guys here without taking a whole lot of damage. That's one thing you gotta do. Have someone who can mitigate the damage. If you're running one healer, you need to have a tank in the front with Arius absorbing all the other damage and trying to make him as tanky as possible, guys. You know, this Abyss stage is kind of a gear check, to be honest. So if you get your gear spread all over the place, you're gonna have a lot of issues doing this. Like I've recommended in the past to people, you definitely need to be running like if you're gonna run one of each element, like water, earth, and fire. You need to at least have a water, earth, fire DPS you're focusing on. And what I recommend for what people should do is, you know, your very first set, throw it on your favorite DPS. Mine happened to be Clarissa at the time, so Clarissa got my lab set with some critical hit pieces that came from that also came from labs, and the attack pieces that came from labs. And Sid got my very first Abyss set. So I threw the very first Abyss set on Sid. Yeah, he should be wearing a speed set, but sets don't matter this early on. They really don't. All you're trying to do is make your character stronger. So trying to fit together, you know, mismatched, terrible speed sets and stuff like that's not going to help you out. What's going to help you out is throwing a really good set on 2 different DPSs. And then once you get to the next part and you start clearing some more content, maybe start slapping some other sets and piecing together another set for another team, for another DPS. Like I should do a fire, but I actually think I'm going to do a light character. Light character will help me cover a majority of with light or dark character, you don't have to worry about the elemental difference really. So that's what I'm working towards right now, and that's how I've done my gearing on this, just so you guys know. And your main tank slash mitigator slash healer, like my Ras here, it could be Acades, it could be Angelica, Destina, Rose, just whoever you're running as your knight slash support character, Soul Weaver in the front to take the hits, needs to have the very good best sets you can get on them from the beginning, which means you're going to throw Sacred Hero sets on them, Uber's armor, Uber's boots, and stuff like that. Try to make them as tanky as possible to take the attacks, especially if they're hit point, if they're HP based healer, their heals are going to be a lot bigger, so the higher you can get their hit points, the higher they're going to heal. And Aether is the only one in here that's kind of slacking on gear. This is my only non-really geared character. Ras, Sid, and Clarissa have all the good gear on them right now. So this is Ludwig, guys. Ludwig is something else. Ludwig is one of those characters that it's a DPS race. It's a DPS race unless you have a Dispeller. You got several things you need to think about in this fight. You know, you could try to go for the edge. You really could if you wanted to. But honestly, going face on Ludwig and trying to kill Ludwig as quick as possible is probably the best bet. You're going to probably run this a couple times to try to beat him before he gets his invincibility. Once he gets invincibility on him, he's going to AoE your whole entire team and just destroy you. Like, the more buffs he has on him, the more damage he does, and these ads in the back feed him buffs. I'm not sure which one feeds him what, but I think it's the top one. I think it's the top light, that horny looking thingy there. I think that one's the one that feeds the buffs. But either way, you want to avoid that. You want to take Ludwig out as quick as possible. So all you got to do is survive for a little bit and do the damage. If you got an Abyss set on one character and a Lab set on another, you should have the DPS to do this. You should have the DPS to do this. Especially if I'm just doing this with 4 stars and you have a 5-star DPS, it's gonna make it even easier. So yeah, so basically you just want to go face on him, beat him up. Every now and then he can get invincibility on him early, which isn't good for you. It's really bad. So yeah, you might have to restart and redo this, but I would keep on plugging away at it and see if your DPS can take him out. Maybe if you're not landing a defense break, add a little bit more effectiveness to your character or something like that. But like overall, like just attack him. Just attack him and try to make it happen before he casts some vulnerability. That's exactly what I did here. I think I did like 2 or 3 attempts on this. Trying to take out the ads and trying different variations because I couldn't quite remember how I did this fight. And as you can see there, he did some AoE damage. See, they're that the light horned whatever thing that is, cast invincibility on the other guy. And now Ludwig also has a speed buff on him. Yay for speed. And just doing some Archies here. Save your Archies for this. Maybe go for a Xenon, drop down Xenon or whatever it's called, and drop that down and all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, this fight's pretty straightforward. Just try to burst Ludwig down as quick as possible, and you can avoid a lot of annoying mechanics in this fight, for sure. I was pretty hyped up that I took this out. Especially with, you know, Aether, Ras, Sid, and Clarissa. I'm not running top tier units in this. This account was mainly just to show people, hey, you don't have to have the top tier units to do it. I mean, some would argue Clarissa's top tier and Sid's top tier, but I mean, you know, they're 4-star units. They're not 5-star units. Most people are going to roll the game trying to get a 5-star. So just focus on the proper gear on your character, and this, you can do this to Abyss 45. If I'm not mistaken, I took this out by, what day was it? I believe this was, if it's Abyss 45, I took it out on a Monday, which means I took it out, oh no, I take that back, I took it out on a Tuesday. So that means it was day 14. Day 14, my characters were geared enough to take out Abyss 45. And you guys can do it too. Just focus on your characters. That's what it comes down to. There's a lot of mechanics that can be skipped on that fight with 2 geared out DPS that can do some damage. And that's basically what it comes down to. So I ended up picking up quite a bit of gold there, 555k and 500 sky stones. Also to mention, I believe my lifesteal set that I have on Sid was mostly maxed out, and my lab set's pretty much all maxed out too. So just keep that in mind too. I did have some maxed out sets on people. And Ras's set's pretty maxed out. I'm trying to get Ras with as much hit points as possible. I believe most of these characters are only to Awakened Stage, what would it be? Awakened Stage 4. Working on 5. So yeah, very, very fun fight, guys. Very fun fight. Very easy to do if you're geared properly. And if you haven't hit rank 50 at this point, we'll get into some, check out my rank 50 video that I will be posting here shortly, where we talk about how you can make your character even stronger at rank 50, guys, even stronger. So yeah, let's hop over and check out my characters. This is my Clarissa here. Absolutely nothing's changed about her other than the fact that she was wearing Joker on her, and I believe it was a 21 level 21 Joker. So not a whole lot's changed about her. She was actually 54k CP. I threw Raynons on for I don't know what reason, but I got Raynons on for some reason. Sid here, Sid actually had Tonfas on, if I'm not mistaken. This is the lifesteal set he was wearing. He did not have this piece of gear on. He was actually a lot weaker than this. I think he was about 28k, so he wasn't that as good as he is right here, but he was definitely a little bit weaker. I believe some of this gear was partially maxed out, but not all the way, and I definitely did not have a 55% crit chance neck. At least I don't believe I did. All right, next person here is Aether. Aether, if I'm not mistaken, was running Wondrous Potion Vial, and Aether was running garbage gear, 100% garbage gear. There's no piece of gear on here that was actually worthwhile other than completing the set, and nothing was enhanced gear-wise. So this came further down the line. I'll show this stuff off on Abyss 50. And then we got Ras here. Ras was wearing Aureus, and Ras was pretty much maxed out like this, except for these two pieces here. And he had two random pieces in there. Actually, I believe the ring he had on was a level 1 health ring on there, just for I can get the health set out for an extra 15% health. So this is kind of an example where we're at. I unfortunately I don't have pictures of my characters, guys, from when I did that fight. I completely forgot to do that, but this is kind of a roundabout idea, just kind of show you like how it works and trying to explain some of this. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing more Abyss content. I will try to be a little bit better about posting my characters and what type of characters I was running, guys. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and if you're enjoying these styles of Abyss videos, like and subscribe to the video, guys. I definitely appreciate it. Catch you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm always doing some sort of content. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch TV. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter or Discord. All those links are below. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.